What's up, the world? It's your boy Tommy Mal, and I just wanted to come in and speak on the whole Nuggets Warriors semifinal game. Went about what I thought it would do. Oh my gosh, I had to literally mute the TV last night. Like the Jokic dick riding was getting on my last nerves. I couldn't watch it. This man I saw Van Gundy freaking applaud the dude on a turnover. I was like, oh my gosh, like, this is ridiculous. Like, this is so annoying in the way that these people are just slobbering this guy off. And it's like he's doing basic shit. The same thing he was doing, Draymond Green was doing against the Warriors against the Lakers the game before. It's like he's not doing anything special. It's not even him. The players are cutting and he's passing it when they're double teaming him. Cool. That's good. He's a great player. But there's nothing they keep trying to overrate what he does. It's like great. He passes it when people double team him. But they're the ones making the cuts. He's not. When I heard Van Gundy say he's a psychologist, it's like, oh my gosh. So these people are just brain dead, like until Jokic tells them to make a cut. It's like, no, these people are making these cuts themselves. Jokic is just passing it to them when they double team it. That's great for what it was. But I told you guys what would happen when the game started. It's easy to make those shots, for his teammates to make those shots when they're up by 10, when they're up by 12. It's harder to make those shots when they're up by 2. You want to know why? Because they're going to know they have to make those shots. It's like making a free throw when you're up by 12 and making a free throw when you're up by 2. It's easy to make that free throw when you're up by 12. Not as easy to make that free throw when you're up by 2. Now you're going to start measuring, trying to make sure you don't shoot it too far, shoot it too low. Next thing you know, you're missing. KCP couldn't miss when the game was when they had a cushion. When it got down to the end, couldn't make a shot. Neither could MPJ. Neither could Jamal Murray. Their only points came from a foul the only points in the last 4 minutes came from a foul on Jokic, on Jokic, in which Anthony Davis just overreached. Other than that, he got shut down. And this is why he got shut down. He got shut down. First of all, they can plot his rebounds all they want. And I know it sounds like I'm hating. I'm saying this not to disrespect Jokic in the game he had. He had a great game. But I never thought he was going to sustain that. They had him sitting from like 3 minutes in the fourth quarter to like 6 minutes in the last quarter. He was dead tired. And you can see he was dead tired. And I'm like, how in the hell is he going to keep this up? When he was in the first quarter ripping and running like he was, I'm like, he's gonna be tired. He's too big. I don't give a crap how much weight he lost. He's not going to be able to keep running up and ground. And get what? Anthony Davis is way more fit than he is. Anthony Davis is way bigger than he is. I mean, way more muscular than he is. So he's pulling fat. Anthony Davis has muscles propelling him forward. He's carrying weight. As much as weight as he's lost, he's not toned. That stuff does not stand in one spot. The momentum is all over the place. So, yes, he's going to I knew he was going to burn out. Once he burned out, I mean, first of all, the one block he got on Anthony Davis that they replayed 12 times was a good play, but Anthony Davis didn't even really need to reverse it. He reversed it when he really didn't have to. If he would have just went straight up, Jokic would have had no choice but to foul him. But because Anthony Davis did not see him and he reversed him, he blocked it from the back. Cool. They were showboating and doing all the stuff they were doing when they were up by 20. All of a sudden, they got tight as hell the minute the Lakers started making shots, And the difference in the situation between the Lakers and the Nuggets is the Lakers just continue to say they can't stop us from scoring. As much points as they had, the Nuggets had a crazy good night. I mean, that was ridiculously good, right? And they won by 4 points. So, that being considered, all cool. But if I'm the Nuggets, I'm not walking out of that game too excited about playing them in a 7-game series, because that's a fill-out game. That's game one. You're at home, and I don't think you could have played better than the way the Nuggets played. Jokic could miss from 3. Seriously doubt that's going to happen. Murray was making some very difficult shots. He was making them, but I do not. So was MPJ. MPJ is streaky. Murray is streaky, but Murray is going to get his ass kicked on defense. And so as Jokic was in foul trouble, Murray was in foul trouble, MPJ was in foul trouble. If you think that's a remedy for winning, you're going to be in. You guys are screwed. Murray is either going to have to foul, or he's going to be giving up layups like Curry was. All he is another Curry. Okay, he'll give you something on the offensive end, but defense end he's a lot. The only difference is they don't got Draymond Green, right? Jokic is not Draymond, so they can make as many shots as they want. They're gonna give it up on the other end. They can't stop anybody. So when you sit there, you watching it, it's like they really only got KCP, who was undersized. He's not Brandon Wiggins. You know what I mean? He's undersized. He can't guard LeBron. Murray can't guard LeBron. MPJ, laughable. He can't guard LeBron. So when Van Gundy was pointing out that they can't do anything, once they take Jokic off the floor, they're extremely small and they can't stop anybody. So they can't stop anybody with Jokic on the floor, but at least they can give you points on the other end. But once you take Jokic out of the game, not only can they not stop you, they can't score, because Jokic is the person that helps Murray and MPJ get good looks. So when you sit in and MPJ, he started out hot, but he kind of cooled down once they put LeBron on him. So now he can't do anything. Murray, they put Schroeder on him, he can't do anything, not without a pick. And then you got Jokic, who can't do anything with Anthony Davis unless he somehow every now and again sneaks around him. So the minute they took AD off of him, which I thought was a smart move by Darvingham, get AD off of Jokic. He's not gonna beat you. He's not gonna beat you from far away from the basket. Okay, he has to get to the basket. There's no need to have AD picking him up. You know what I'm saying? At the 3-point line. Why are we doing this? Okay, he's a smart move, adjustment. Just put Hachimura on him. Hachimura is a natural 6'8", 6'9". He's playing power forward, center. He knows how to bang. Okay, put Hachimura on him. Hachimura keeps him out, makes him catch it out on the wing. Anthony Davis can still protect the paint, so they can't cut, which is all they do. Now they can't cut to the basket. Now they're stuck. So what do? We got to figure out a way. We got to get out of this. And Jokic, you saw it. This is what I was talking about. The minute they cut off that cut to the basket, Jokic looked like he was stuck. He looked like he was taking a French test in English. Turnover, bad shot, turnover. It's like, okay, can we admit what I said at the beginning? He's not analyzing anything. He's not no damn psychologist. He's just passing the ball when people cut. The minute they couldn't cut no more, all of a sudden he stopped being able to pick the team apart. Surprising, ain't it? And the only reason why they won was a play in which Jamal Murray fouled LeBron. He didn't even hit the ball. He hit the back of LeBron's hand. The ball, when Austin Reeves threw that bad pass, LeBron actually caught it. Started dribbling.
They said it was a good play by Murray. It wasn't a good play. Murray fouled LeBron. He hit his hand. He hit LeBron's hand. LeBron lost the ball, and then they got that play. But if you take that play away, they lose that game. Because they can't stop the Lakers. They can't stop them. And, I mean, I said this before. Anthony Davis can stop Jokic when he wants. Jokic can't stop Anthony Davis. There is nothing Jokic can do on Anthony Davis. Anthony Davis got what he wanted when he wanted. LeBron got what he wanted when he wanted. Now, what's going to happen when D'Angelo Russell starts making his shot? When Schroeder starts making his shot? When Lonnie Walker starts making his shot? Blowout. What do you think? What adjustments are the Nuggets gonna make to stop Anthony Davis? Nothing. They ain't got nothing. What are the Nuggets going to do to stop LeBron? Nothing. There's nothing they can do. They can. We're gonna try to put Gordon on him more. Well, then if you put Gordon on him more, they're gonna put Hachimura in. MPJ can't guard him. Murray can't guard him. This is what I said the week. The problem with the Lakers is you cannot hide anybody on defense against them. They are going to find them and they're going to exploit them. You cannot hide. You can't hide a defender against the Lakers. You can't. LeBron will find them, and this is when I say the difference between LeBron and Jokic. LeBron actually is actually doing the mental work. He's actually putting his teammates in the best position to succeed. Jokic is just passing to the guys who are cutting. And he made those 3 threes, and they needed every single point he gave them. They needed every single point that Jokic, and this is the games that those 3 were having, MPJ and Caldwell Pope. If you think you're going to get 27 points from Caldwell Pope, good luck. I seriously doubt it. The reason why he got traded. Because he'll give you 21 game, he'll give you 5 the next. Gordon will give you 21 game, give you 5 the next. MPJ will give you 21 game, 5 the next. So what's going to happen when the Lakers jump out on a 10-point lead? You think the Nuggets are gonna be just we're gonna do it? No, because the Lakers are a better defense than the Nuggets are. The Lakers can slow down the Nuggets scoring. The Nuggets can't score. That's why the whole time I was watching that game, and I promise, if I'm lying, I mean, for my mouth, the God's ear, this is my true words. I was watching that, and I was like, yeah, they're gonna come and get them. They started out the second. They started out the second half with 18 points. I mean, they got it up to 20. In 3 minutes, the Lakers had it down to 9. 3 minutes. They got it back up to 14. I'm like, they can't hold the lead because they can't stop anybody. They can't stop it. They can't stop the Lakers from scoring. This is game 1. Lakers just came off, just got through playing 2-3 days ago, and they came out flat. And y'all and this happened. Imagine when they got the scouting report, they made the adjustments from game 1. Now you got to make the adjustments. What adjustments are they going to make? They're going to start Bruce Brown? No, they can't. He's not. He's a liability defensively too. So what really can you do? They can try to play Jeff Green more, but if they play him more, they're going to take MPJ off the floor, and they can't get the same thing the Warriors had. You have to give up offense for defense. Yeah, Green can come in and give you some defense, but he can't give you no offense. So what's left? Jokic can't guard AD. AD can at least slow Jokic down. Do I think he will get another 20 rebound game? No. You saw the rebounds he was getting. The rebounds were not because he was boxing anybody out or being a monster on the rebound. They were causational rebounds, meaning the ball bounced a certain way and he was standing there grabbing it while he was wide open. He had like 2 rebounds where he actually fought for him. Most of it was just bad. It was just bad angles and the ball just luckily bouncing towards him. Now I'm not saying this to take away from Jokic's game. Jokic is a great player, and he played great. But him making him going 100% for three, I doubt it. It's a law of numbers, law of percentages. The Nuggets are going to start missing shots, and once they start missing shots, the Lakers were making the Nuggets take some difficult shots. They were making those difficult shots. Do I think they will be making those difficult shots in a 7-game series consistently? No. The Lakers were getting points at the rim. They were getting people in foul trouble. They were doing what the Lakers do. The Nuggets were hot. It's a difference. They couldn't miss. Shot almost 60%. Do you think that's going to continue? No. The law of averages says that it will not. The Nuggets played a great game. I go by what is sustainable. Do I think it's sustainable to think that Jokic is going to get 20 rebounds? No. He had 12 rebounds in the first half. 12 rebounds in the first quarter, 14 in the first half, and he had, 7 the rest of the game? I think that's going to be around where he's probably going to be next game. Probably somewhere around 10, 11 rebounds, which is not bad. But it's not 21 rebounds, and they needed every one of those 21 rebounds. And most of those rebounds came because the Lakers were missing a lot of easy shots. So he's standing next to the rim. The Lakers were shooting those shots, and once they missed, he cleaned it up. That is not it's below the rim rebounding. It's not what Anthony Davis is doing when you go up and snatch it out of there. That's not what Jokic is doing. He's waiting on the ball for people to miss, and then he's grabbing it. He's a big body. He can box people out. If people miss, he's generally going to be the one getting a rebound. That's fine. But he's not doing what Looney was doing, and he's not doing what LeBron and AD were doing, which is fighting and going up and grabbing rebounds. He can't start, even if he does get a rebound, he cannot start the transition. And another thing about the Nuggets that nobody's talking about, they can't score in the half court. This is another reason why I criticize Jokic. In the half court offense, he is useless unless he's bigger and he can just throw a hook over somebody or fight to get fouled. Really, that's all he has, right? He shoots that weird shot he shoots, which he was making last night. I'll give him that. But most of those shots, I don't think consistently he's going to be making. But regardless, they had one quarter, which I think was like the middle of the third quarter, where their half court offense was killing. And that was when Jamal Murray got hot. Once Jamal Murray got hot, then they started killing it. But before that and after that, they could only score in transition. From the first quarter to the second quarter to the beginning of the third quarter, they could only score in transition. If it wasn't in transition, they generally missed. Meaning they have to get there and run back before the Lakers set up. And that was the only way they were scoring their points. So I knew it was only going to be a matter of time for the Lakers to ran them down, because they only can score in half court, and the Lakers were getting their points too easily. So what they start doing? They start doubling down on LeBron. Now you leaving Austin Reeves wide open, and Austin Reeves is nailing his shot. And if Austin Reeves ain't going to nail that shot, D'Angelo Russell will nail that shot. And if D'Angelo Russell nail that shot, Schroeder's going to nail that shot, or take you off the dribble, or get a nice 1v1. These are things that they can't help. LeBron is going to put people in their spots, and he's going to force you to double down and give them and make it so that the easiest way to help my guys is for them to get what they want to get, and I'll get y'all the ball at y'all spots. Not randomly cutting, not you just going what the defense dictates. No, he's saying everybody get to your spots, and I will find a way to get you the ball in your spot. When I say in your spot, meaning the spot on the floor where you shoot the highest percentage. The shot where you feel the most comfortable. Yes, D'Lo did not have a great game last night, offensively or defensively. But it didn't really matter. If you are the Nuggets and you're happy about winning a 4-point game in which KCP gave you 27, you needed every point of. MPJ gave you some points, but like I said before, you don't know what you can get with MPJ. He's a jump shooter, so tomorrow, the next game, he might not be able to make nothing. And as I said before, a lot of the KCPs of the world, it's easy to make those shots when you're up by 20. It's way harder to make those shots when you got a 10-point cushion and you know you have to make that shot. Watch KCP on the Lakers for 3 years. That is not him. The minute that game got close, that was the real KCP. Clank, 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 clank. Jamal Murray, he's the front runner. Oh, he's tipping up, tapping the chest, the whole nine when they're up by 20. And then that thing, he's turning around complaining when he obviously fouling people. He's complaining about this, he's complaining about that. Because in the end, he knows. He can't guard LeBron. He can't guard anybody on the court. The Lakers are big, they're fast, and they're physical. Jokic. I mean, that guy, if he ever comes out of the paint, which is very easy to do. If he ever comes out of the paint, you just run into the hole. And even if he's there 90% of the time, you still can just run around him like he's standing still. Because if he's on the left side, he can't get to the right. So he can't really close out on anything at the rim because he's not really a great rim protector, like I said. These are all things that I pointed out going into the game. Jokic is a great player. He is not dissecting teams. He's not putting his teammates in the best position to succeed. That's bullshit. His teammates are putting him in the best position to succeed. When they double down on him, he makes a quick pass. That's great. But you're the one that's going to have to make those shots if y'all want to win games. You ain't going to be able to be throwing it out to Murray hoping he's going to be making those shots and still having to cover people up on defense. No, they're going to beat the hell out of Murray on defense. They're going to beat the hell out of Jokic on defense. And they're going to force them to try to play both sides of the floor. And trust me, both sides of the floor, I'm taking LeBron and AD over Jokic and Murray any day. I'm taking Dennis Schroeder, Austin Reeves, Rui Hachimura, Lonnie Walker, and D'Angelo Russell over any lineup they got on the Nuggets. Over Aaron Gordon, who can't make a free throw. MPJ, who will go 3 of 19. 3 of 14 as quick as he'll go 9 of 15. That's MPJ. You don't know what you're gonna get with him. And Murray, same thing. He started out against the Suns. Same difference. Started out hot. The rest of the playoffs, he didn't do good. And this is with them playing at Mile High. This is with them playing at that altitude. And they still barely won. So, do I think it's impossible for the Nuggets to eke out another win? No. I think they might win the second game. Because one, like I said, that altitude is a beast. It's a 2-day turnaround. The Lakers exerted a lot of energy to come and get them, to run them down in game 2. And even though it's a more efficient way of playing, it's a very, very taxing way of playing, especially at that altitude where you're banging and banging and banging and all. You know what I mean? So I think it's very possible that the Nuggets get game 2. But I also think it's very possible that the Nuggets get blown out in game 2 because they might be just as tired as the Lakers because they have to exert way more energy than they were used to exerting. Like Jokic ain't used to banging and doing all that as much as he did. Murray's not used to banging. MPJ's not used to banging. Gordon is. but the rest of them are not. I mean, you sit there and you watch it. They were running and they were running and they were running, and the Lakers continue to make them run because the Lakers would make a run, and then now they got to go try to get out in transition again, and the Lakers would make a run. They have to run out and then transition again, and it's taxing on them too. So it's very easy. The Lakers can jump out to a 10, 12 point lead, and now the Nuggets have to make their shots, and they can only really score in transition. So if they can only really score in transition, they can't do what they were doing the other game, because they can't just sit there and just dribble and look for the extra pass. That's easy to do when you're up by 10. You can extend the game, and I mean you can speed up the game. I mean, speed up the clock and extend the game by just dribbling. Run that clock down and get the foul. It's way harder when you're down by 10, 15, and you gotta try to score so you can make a run, so you can cut into a lead. Now you can't. You're not passing the ball around, getting to the 13th person trying to get the best shot. Because at that point, if you miss, you just wasted half a minute just passing the ball around only for a miss. They go down there and score again. Now you screw, because they're gonna come down there. You're gonna come back down there again. You're gonna do that again. Pass the ball around and take another 30 seconds only to miss again. Now you're taking a minute off. And before you know it, Jokic is tired. I gotta get him off the floor. Okay, now that's time that they're gonna probably expand the lead. Now you gotta bring him back in. Okay, come back in, Jokic. Jokic, come back in, and we gotta do this pass 19 times thing again. And in the long run, you can't play that slow. Sooner or later, they're gonna have to just start chunking up shots and hoping they make them, because they gotta cut into the lead, and the time is dwindling. And not only is time dwindling, they're wasting time only to miss anyways, and the Lakers are going back down and getting 2 easy points at the rim. Until halfway through the third quarter, the Lakers figured them out. When you can score, people don't even think about this. AD didn't play a majority of the third quarter, and the Lakers still was cutting into the lead. So, and Jokic was on the floor, and the time they took LeBron out, and AD was on the court with Jokic, and they were still scoring at will. The Nuggets have no lineup they can throw in that can prevent them from scoring. They have none. So when you sit there and you watch it, it's like, okay, if that's the way they want to play it, the Lakers are perfectly fine playing that way. Because their small ball lineup is fast, physical, and big. Your small ball lineup consists of KCP, Bruce Brown, MPJ, Gordon at center. Gordon versus LeBron at center. Good luck. And Murray. Liabilities all over the place. And it was funny because when they were up there in the lead, they were doing all that talking. And I remember watching it, thinking in my mind, this doesn't look good. They can't miss anything, and they're not missing anything. They're hitting everything. It's like you'd be like, oh, normally that would be a dagger, right? Somebody hit a 3, you know what I'm saying? Ball, now it's up to 17. It was jumping up to 20, and that's they know you're like down to 14. Okay, they hit another 3. It's up by 17. Down to 13. They hit another 3. Down to 11. It's like you just sitting there watching them. They're trading 3s for 2. 4s for 3s. Meaning for every 1 3 they hit, the Lakers will make three field goals at the basket. So you sit there watching like they can't stop the Lakers. It's like a bucket with a hole in it. It doesn't matter how much water you put in it, so that lead's just gonna evaporate because there's a hole. Y'all can't stop them. And you sitting there watching it, and Jokic said something at the end of the game, which leads me to believe he didn't get it. He said, "Well, we controlled rebounds." Well, you controlled rebounds because the Lakers were missing shots. Lakers were jump shooting a lot. And they were shooting, and you can tell their shots were just off at the beginning of the game. Once they started making their shots, now y'all can't just stand under the rim and wait on a rebound. Y'all got to go out and guard them. And once y'all have to go out and guard them, it's not a game. It's not a game anymore. Y'all can't do anything. You can't out rebound Davis if both of y'all are standing there. You just can't. Right there. Anthony Davis is going to go and attack it at the height of the play. LeBron's going to attack it at the height of the rebound. You're going to be waiting on the ground, sticking your arm up, waiting for it to come down. They're just going to go up and attack it. And once they do, you have absolutely nothing to do but move out of the way. Because if you try to contest it, you're going to end up with a foul. Because you cannot guard Anthony Davis. So you sit there and you watch it, and it's like, And like I say, he got a couple plays on Anthony Davis. This is true. But March out, he thoroughly outplayed Anthony Davis. What? Why? Because his guys were cutting and he was passing it. The minute the Lakers made that adjustment, he was no longer thoroughly outplaying Anthony Davis. He was just passing the ball to open people. That was on his teammates. His teammates were making the right reads. And once the Lakers made adjustments, they couldn't do that no more. Once they couldn't do that anymore, he looked stymied. He looked like he didn't know what he was doing, and either led to a turnover or a missed shot. And the Lakers will live with that all day. And you could tell the Denver fans halfway through the fourth quarter was like, yeah, Jokic looks lost. This is not good. We don't look good. And we had this huge lead because we couldn't miss. Now we can't make a shot, and we see how quickly that lead evaporates. And we're gonna have to do this for 7 games with this run. They can just keep throwing lineups and bodies at us, and all we got is Gordon. And the only defensive player on the field, on the court, is Gordon. Everybody else is just there for points. KCP can go out the perimeter, but you saw what happened. They're going to put him they can pick and choose LeBron and AD can pick and choose 4 out of the 5 guys on the court to get anything they want. Towards the end of the game, I did not like a couple of those plays. LeBron shooting that 3. I mean, I don't like it. Murray has 5 fouls. He has 5 fouls at that point. I mean, I understand LeBron wants to be a hero, and it almost went in. I get that. I'm not trying to, speak from hindsight. Hindsight's 2020. And if that shot would have went down, it would have been bad. I understand that, but at that point, your legs are not under you because you've been playing defense. I just don't think the best shot at that point is a 3. A contested 3. When you got all these liabilities on the court, get some pick and roll action in there. They didn't throw no pick and rolls, didn't do anything. They didn't really even box out to give LeBron a clean look at a 3. It just kind of did an ISO where LeBron just walked into a 3, which I thought was not a really good play to run in that instance. It's like, make them work. They're in foul trouble. Attack the rim. I didn't like that play call. It's like, why did you? And I'm pretty sure it wasn't a play call. It was just a LeBron call. We decided he wanted to be the hero, and in that instance, it just didn't. It went down and popped. It went inside and out. And that's because he was overcompensating. He's tired, and he's trying to force the shot, and he just ain't. It's not effortless. It's too much into it. And it almost went down. That's 100% true. It went down. It almost went down. But in that instance, nobody would want that at that moment. Like, just pick and roll action, get a handoff going. Make Murray play defense. He got 5 fouls. Jokic got 4. So they don't want to go into overtime. Make them play. That to me, I just did not like that play. I felt like the game was there to win, and LeBron shooting that shot at that moment was just not needed. He had been playing so well and picking that team apart, and far be it for me to question LeBron about those type of things, but to me, it just seemed like they could have got a better look than that. And LeBron ISO 3, you know, on their best defender is not really ideal thing. You know, Ham trusted you to put your teammates in the right position. That play before that, I don't know what Austin Reeves was doing. It seemed like he decided he was going to shoot. Then he changed his mind at the last minute, kind of shot it to LeBron in the middle of three people. If LeBron would have got it, it probably would have ended up being a thing. But Murray fouled LeBron, so LeBron ended up hit LeBron's hand. LeBron ended up losing the ball, and that's when they got that Gordon dunk that sealed it for him. But it was really just about understanding. You know what I'm saying? At that moment, because if you really take away that 10-point spurt that they had at the beginning of the game, that kind of gave them confidence and cushion throughout the game. If you take that 10-point lead away from them, they probably end up losing by what, 10, 15 points at home. So you know they got off to a hot start, and the Lakers were crazy cold. At the beginning of the game, and they took advantage of it and got out to a big lead, and they never relinquished that lead until towards the end of the game. So I applaud the Nuggets for what they did, but it is just what they did. It's not like they got to a point where it was like, oh, you know, we're just a better. At no point in that game did I look and say, you know, the Nuggets are just better. I just looked at it like they're hot. They're making some difficult shots. Some of those shots you like, oh gosh, that's just a nice shot. Nice shot. Nice shot. Nice shot. The Lakers, this is good defense. The Lakers are on them. They're just making some nice shots. That's all you can say. Oh, nice shot by MPJ. Nice shot by Murray. Nice shot. Nice shot. Nice shot. But the problem with that is, I will take that. If I'm the Lakers and you're not really separating, you're not really beating me, you're just kind of making difficult shots. All I can do is make the shot difficult. I can't take the ball out of your hand so you can't shoot. If you make that shot, you tip your hat to him. But you ain't going to be making that shot consistently. And you saw towards the end of the game. All of a sudden, those shots are not falling, especially when they're just banging and banging and banging and banging. You know what I mean? Murray got the kicked out of him in that game, and you could tell he was dead tired by the end of that game. He didn't want that ball, but the Nuggets played well. They were at home. They had the home field advantage, and they played well. But if you watch that game, LeBron controlled that game. AD controlled that game. They just, like I said at the end of the game, I mean, if you look at a 7-game series, that's stretched out. The Lakers, I think the Lakers win in 6. I really do. I think they win in 6. If they don't win that game, I figure they win that 2 at home, and they turn around and they win. They take 1 in Denver, and they come back and finish it out at home. If they win that game, I figure it'll probably be done in 5, because that means that essentially the Golden State Warriors the Nuggets had no answer for what they were doing, and they couldn't make any adjustments. And if that's the case, I think that they just win the next 4 and it's done. But anyways, please comment. Let me know what y'all think. Thumbs it up, thumbs it up, thumbs it up. And if you're not subscribed, please take the time to subscribe. All right, y'all. Peace.